Hi, hello, Mini and Dragon here, and welcome to ODL Week 2. Before we get into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If I hit 100 subscribers by the end of the month, I will draft Toadschool #1 overall in my next Pokemon Draft League. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's try to win this week. My opponent this week has a very terrifying Psychic Terrain and Snow team. With access to Sneasler and Armarouge to help abuse Psychic Terrain, and access to Kyurem and Arctozolt to help abuse Snow, there is absolutely a ton of versatility on this team. Along with defensive cores like Tinglu and Arboliva, this is just not something I want to deal with. Coming into this week, I definitely needed to shake up the team from last week, which is why I wanted to bring Choice Specs Nihilego. Choice Specs Nihilego is actually a pretty strong lead here, as it's faster than most of his things and can kill with a combination of moves Power Gem, Psychic, Grass Knot, and Sludge Wave. Pretty much every Pokemon that he has doesn't like to switch into a Choice Specs Nihilego move, and at the end, if I still preserve Nihilego's HP, Beast Boost can just absolutely help me win the game. Next up, I was actually kind of surprised I benched him week 1 because Greninja is going to be here. Choice Scarf Greninja is absolutely vital into this matchup. U-turn just for general pivoting, but Dark Pulses and Scalds are just completely free to click into his team, especially with a potential Battle Bond boost. And then finally I have Extra Sensory to help maybe punish things like a Choice Band or Choice Scarf Sneasler. Overall, Greninja's absolutely going to do in work this week. But those are two offensive Pokemon, and I really needed things that could switch into Expanding Forces, so that's why I made sure to bring my Iron Treads. My sort of general thought process is that since his only removal is Defog and that I'd be setting up rocks in this game, he'd be the one to be clicking Defog for me, and I wouldn't have to worry about rocks too much. Plus, I don't really have any Rock Weak Pokemon on this team that bad, so I just figured it'll be fine if I don't have removal on my own team. I don't anticipate a hazard stacking setup anyway, but I also have Grounded Poison with Nihilego, as well as just a ton of Pokemon who don't really care that much about hazards. Iron Treads does pretty much everything I need it to do. It has Knockoff, which I click into Indeedee slot 10 out of 10 times. It has access to Earthquake, which helps punish a neutralizing Gas Weezing Galar. It has access to Ice Spinner to help get rid of Psychic Terrain and do damage to Tinglu. And it has access to Heavy Slam, which can just completely kill Alolan Ninetales. However, with Iron Treads being more specially oriented, I didn't really have a potential wall for a physical Kyurem or Sneasler, which is why I made sure to bring Skarmory. My Skarmory set is pretty much the most basic and simple one you could possibly have. Stealth Rock, Roost, Toxic, and then Brave Bird as my attacking move. Brave Bird can actually do pretty big damage to a Sneasler, especially after I live one close combat and he gets the defense drop. Toxic is just free to click into a lot of Pokemon, despite how many poison types he has, and then Roost for general healing, and then Stealth Rock just for good chip damage on all the Ice-type Pokemon. Next up, I have another Assault Vest user. I actually wanted to bring Assault Vest Slitherwing. I know Slitherwing might seem bad, especially with access to Psychic Terrain to block First Impression. However, Slitherwing was actually a really good bring here. With access to Terra Fire and an Assault Vest, he becomes a defensive menace that Pokemon actually have to really respect. Terra Fire Flare Blitz is just absolutely massive. It completely one-shots things like Ninetales. I have access to First Impression as well, which means that if Psychic Terrain is up, I have free priority to hit Sneasler with Unburden. I have access to Close Combat, which just absolutely shreds things like Arboliva, and Zen Headbutt to one-shot Sneasler, as well as any other potential weak to Psychic Pokemon, as well as boosted damage in his Psychic Terrain. Just overall, Slitherwing is really bulky. However, it's still a Slitherwing. It's still going to one-shot you with all of these moves. And then finally, my last Pokemon, I have Mega Medicham. Mega Medicham, like, one-shots every single thing on his team, and it's not close. With access to Close Combat, Zen Headbutt, Rock Slide, and Trailblaze, this Mega Medicham will win me the game, most likely. After a single Trailblaze, he's faster than everything not named Sneasler, Close Combat one-shots things, and then Zen Headbutt one-shots Weezing Galar, which is the only thing that I'd really be worried about walling Mega Medicham. And then I also get access to Rock Slide to help deal with all the problematic Ice-type Pokemon. That's my team going into Week 2 of ODL. Let's get into the battle. Alright everyone, welcome to the battle. Now, off the bat, we see Terra Steel Arboliva. Armarouge showed up, which didn't really show up in my mock battles, but that's fine. Petrunt as well. Not really something I suspected, but overall I think everything's going to turn out okay. We didn't see the Hail Core, which, you know, I think is fine. I wasn't too scared of it. The fact that we don't see Alolan Ninetales means that I'm actually more okay with preserving Nihilego, because I don't just have to lead him. I honestly kind of want to consider leading Treads instead. Sorry for the text message, everybody, but I think instead I'm just going to lead Nihilego. I'm going to just stick with my prep. I know that Nihilego is a good lead here. Only like offensive Indeedee with a Scarf. Let me mute my phone, I'm sorry. I think that offensive Nihiligo is just really, really good here. As the lead, now Indeedee could punish this. We see the neutralizing gas wheezing. Okay. Now, alright, let's look at some calcs here, but I'm pretty sure that Nihiligo threatens this for sure. Even without Psychic Terrain up, this is just... yeah, this is actually just a kill, unless he's specially defensive, which he needs to be physical this week. I think I just click Psychic for free here. He doesn't have Ting Lu as well, which is one of his only switch-ins to a Psychic. I think I just click... Alright, well, while he's waiting for this, I'm just gonna... oh, never mind. Okay, we get the switch. And then we see how much he takes from Psychic. A lot is the answer. Petrarunt does live, but that is not what you want to see. Petrarunt also doesn't outspeed me unless it has a speed boosting item. And if it has a speed boosting item, power potentially. Nope, okay. So, yeah, we know that you're not really threatening anything. Petrarunt is not a Terra Captain. And we know it's leftovers, so I just click this again. Arbalova, okay. We see the Seed Sour. Now, I feel like for the Arbalova switch, I actually want to see if that's a special Arbalova. We know it's Terra Steel. Physically defensive. Psychic. Oh, that's a special. Yes, this is especially defensive for sure. I don't think AV, though. I think this is just special. Yeah, special makes sense. In which case, Slitherwing is the switch here for sure. Yep. Slitherwing eats this alive. Terra Steel Strength Sap, okay. We're -1 now, which is unfortunate, but he's Steel type. First Impression does not kill, but Terra Fire Close Combat doesn't kill now either. Definitely doesn't take 2. Let's see a Steel type. They know I'm Terra Fire. I kind of just want to click Close Combat into here. His switch-in is Weezing Galar. We know that, but Weezing Galar doesn't take this move that well. Actually, 6 to 8, it does take it pretty well. But we don't want to click Zen Headbutt here. I could see Protect as well, just to scout out the move. I'm gonna click Close Combat, though. And we usually outspeed, like we outspeed all the time. I would be very surprised if I don't. So I just click Close Combat here for free. Because we know that this is a special. Which means that we have a strong chance of killing. Not great, but I just want to do this damage. I see no reason to click First Impression here, because, I mean, even if, like, there's no chance he's switching to Indeedee or Armor Rouge. I would be very shocked if he did. And I have no reason to use Terra yet. I mean, I could, but I have no reason to. Bug fighting isn't exactly a bad type combination into this. Alright, Petrarunt, that's fine. Petrarunt does get to heal a little bit, but that's fine. I'm gonna... Do we know if Petrarunt's physical? We should check if Petrarunt is physical. This could be anything. Okay. But we switch into Iron Treads here. We switch into Iron Treads, and then if he parting shots, then he does get a little bit of momentum, but I'm okay with that. Recover? Okay, that's fine. We get a free knockoff here to get rid of the leftovers. Knockoff should do good damage here. He doesn't have Levitate Wheezing, and Arboliva's Steel type now, so I actually really like Earthquake here, but I want to click Knockoff first. Actually, I kind of want to see how much Earthquake does, because Earthquake does half, depending on what he is. And he has no switch-ins to it, but it is still grassy terrain, so I have to wait for that to be over. But Earthquake later on in the battle is going to be absolutely critical, because he decided to bring Nuke Gas Wheezing, which, by the way, Nuke Gas Wheezing is a good call, because it actually stops Mega Metacham from just one-shotting it. I found that out in Mox the hard way. I was like, oh, why am I not doing as much damage to a physically defensive Wheezing? That's why. Neutralizing Gas. So, it's a pretty good bring, but I do think that losing Levitate does also mean that Iron Treads is really strong here. So, I get to click Knockoff for free, and then if he stays in, I don't know what he's clicking necessarily if he stays in. Maybe Boosting Move. I know Petron gets a few of those. Okay, we're gonna see Knockoff here. Parting Shot. Okay, I figured. He's also slow. Actually, no, never mind. That doesn't mean he's slow at all. My Iron Tread isn't max speed, but it is still faster, so I don't get to learn that. Because, yeah, Iron Tread is still 106. So we're going to see here, he's going to get some momentum. Gonna get rid of the leftovers. And he's going to switch in, probably Armarouge if I had to guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess Sneasler if he's Grassy Seed, but I imagine he'd be Psychic Seed instead. We'll see. I don't think he... I mean, I guess, like, Indeedee Mystical Fire, but I wouldn't switch in an Indeedee here. You just watched me click Knockoff, and there's no reason for me not to just click it again. So, I don't know. We'll see what he switches in here. I don't really know. It could also just be Arboliva, but Arboliva's weak to ground now, so I don't think it's the switch in here anymore. Sneasler. Okay, Grassy Seed? No. Okay, it could be Choice Band then. If he's Choice Band, he one-shots Iron Treads pretty safely. But Skarmory can live... Ooh, wait. That actually does make the difference, especially if he's like that. I mean, we'll get to find out. I do want to find out what this Sneasler is as soon as possible. But Skarmory is the switch-in for sure. Now, Swords Dance would mean that he's not Choice Band. I don't know. I think Skarmory's the switch-in no matter what he is. But we gotta figure this out. 43%. Okay. So he's not Choice Band, we know that. He could be Adamant Scarf. Adamant Scarf actually is likely... Actually, I think that's what this is. I think it's Adamant Scarf. In which case I get Stealth Rock up right now. Because after a defense drop, he dies to Brave Bird. Does he know that, though? He knows that. He has to. They have to switch. They know that. Just in case I lose this roll, do I... I have Slitherwing. Slitherwing... Yeah, okay. So, just in case he gets the read and doesn't respect Brave Bird, I do still have an option. So we're gonna click Stealth Rock. Okay, yeah, he respects it. Okay. That's good. I wanna... we switch in Nihiligo here while he defogs. And then we get to click Psychic again. And Psychic kills Petrarunt now. Yep, okay, Psychic. What's your switch in? Arboliva's Steel type now. Why did I forget that? Alright, well now we switch in Slitherwing. And I think we just replayed the entire beginning of the battle again. But that's fine. I don't hate that. I mean, ultimately, we're still doing good in terms of HP percentages and stuff. Skarmory's the only one who's damaged, and he can just heal. Everyone else is literally at full HP. So, we'll see what we got with him. We got rid of leftovers on Pecharunt, and we've chipped him. We've gotten a lot of information. Earth Power, that's not doing anything. Now, we don't have a attack drop anymore. So, Arboliva... We know that Arboliva is special, actually. So, we know that this should kill. It does. First Impression kills, but I mean, he's not. Yeah, he's Steel. He's Steel, so we do that. Flare Blitz could kill. I think we click Flare Blitz for Weezing Galar. Just to punish that. Or I guess Zen Headbutt if we know Weezing Galar is going to come in. But how much does that even really do? Zen Headbutt does 37 to 44. Which is good chip, but not really game winning. How much does Flare Blitz do? 28 to 33 without Terra. With Terra, it does half, but I'm not Terraing right now. I think we click Zen Headbutt. Because he's going to switch out because he needs to preserve Arboliva, because Arboliva is his only Nihilego switch in. So we know that, and we know that he's going to preserve Arboliva. We need to do the most damage, which is why we click Zen Headbutt here. Ooh, okay, that's physical. Pecharunt. Yeah, that's physical. We know it's physical now for sure, which means it's not fast. Bold. Where's Bold? I mean, it might have a speed creep, but it's not that much. Now I could Flare Blitz this, but I see I have no need to do that when I could just switch in Iron Treads again. Recover, that's fine. Grassy, we have one turn left. Sneasler switched in last time that these two were faced off against each other, did he not? Pecharunt not parting shotted to Sneasler. Okay. So, if we know that, we just do Earthquake to get as much chip as possible. And then we switch in Skarm. Because we know that Skarm can... I don't know. This is rough. I think I do want to click Earthquake here still. Actually, no, because it's going to be Grassy Terrain halved. And with Grassy, Knockoff still does more damage. And if he goes for a read, the Knockoff gets an item. Okay, we'll just do that. Yeah, the physical thing is bad. Okay, Grassy's done this turn though. Parting Shot, I assume to Sneasler again. We know this is Scarf. Well, we know it's not damage item. We don't technically know that it's Scarf. I figure it's Scarf, but it could technically be something else. Or it could be like damage item like Expert Belt or something where like I wouldn't see it yet. Or like poison item, like the... I don't know what the poison item is, the Poison Plate version, like, you know, the 1.2 times. Indeedee. Fascinating. Okay. Now, if this is an offensive Indeedee with Mystical Fire, because that is its strongest move into me, plus special attack. Okay, you're still not doing anything. And I'm faster than you all the time unless you have item. So, I am -1 attack, unfortunately, which means that I still do half. Oh my god, okay. I also have Ice Spinner to get rid of the terrain. Honestly, I might even do that. Because I don't want to see Psychic Seed proc. He could be Psychic Seed. Okay. We're gonna click... Sneasler. We think this is the set. But if it's whatchamacallem, it could be just unburdened with Psychic Seed. With this set, it's doing that much to Skarmory, which we know that. Slitherwing's not dying to any move unless he Sword Stances. And then Terrifier doesn't really change the mechanic. I think I'm just gonna knock off. Armarouge? Okay. Weak armor. Gets rid of Sash. Okay. So Armarouge gets the boost now. How do I... There we go. I definitely did not know how to spell that guy's name. Okay. So +2, -1 defense. Armor Cannon doesn't kill. Oh wait, no. Wrong guy. Armor Cannon kills. Actually, it's a range. But he's definitely modest. Actually, wait, Psychic Terrain is up. That doesn't change anything. Okay, that doesn't change the math. Modest is a roll. My knockoff did 35. And I'm -1 attack. He's bulky. He's like bulky. Which means he doesn't have enough attack to one-shot me, I bet. Because even with this, knockoff still does more. So I Earthquake. I actually just Earthquake. He doesn't know I'm Assault Vest either. He has no idea. I Earthquake, yeah. No, I Earthquake. There's no reason for me not to. He could either get punished by not seeing Assault Vest. He clicks Armor Cannon and it does like 60 to 70. And then I Earthquake and I kill. Or he just switches again and I just get free chip. He doesn't have Focus Sash anymore, which, I mean, doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. I've just been clicking free knockoffs into his team. Calm Mind. Yeah, no, you're dead, dude. Yeah. No, you're done. I don't think he knew that I lived that. I think he thought he killed, and he thought I was gonna switch. He didn't... No, I kill through that, and I just clicked that. I don't think he knew. He lacks critical information, chat. He lacks critical information. What comes in here? Sneasler, Psychic Seed. If he's Psychic Seed Sneasler, Sneasler would come in right now. If he's not Psychic Seed Sneasler and he's Scarf like I anticipate, then he's not gonna send it in, and I could just keep that in mind. Had Grassy on the couch. Oh, devastating. Oh man, I've done that before. That's rough. Okay, no, that's better. Because, yeah, if I look at it... Grassy, yeah, he's fine. That's rough, dude. Yeah, he would have ate that for breakfast under Grassy. Yeah, no, that's rough. You hate to see that. You really do. I mean, even if you're me, you hate to see that. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't think he's lost yet, though. I still don't think he's lost yet. Armarouge was not really doing anything in this matchup. I don't think he's lost yet. Okay, we see the Psychic Seed Sneasler. Now, the problem is that Iron Treads is so good here. I kind of don't want to let him kill me. Slitherwing. Now, we know now it's not Choice Band. I'm just going to use the Choice Scarf calc real quick. Now, Dire Claw does fuck me up. He's not going to go for Dire Claw into my Iron Treads, though. Or at least he shouldn't. He doesn't seem like that type of player to just be doing that. I could be wrong, but who knows. Psychic Seed gives him a special defense boost. I don't want to sack anything, but I might have to. 10 Headbutt does 600%? Oh my god. Kill 6 Sneaslers. Okay. Skarmory. 30. And we know that's probably accurate. Yeah, we send in Skarm. Sneasler wouldn't have anything, right, for Skarm. I didn't... Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, let's just check the... Swords Dance. That's something. That's terrifying. So now close combat does that. Okay, And if he's adamant, I'm kind of boned. Actually, it's a roll. If he's max attack adamant. We know he's unburdened, by the way. This isn't probably poison touch. This is unburdened. We know this is no item with unburdened proc. Which, yeah, I'm not faster than, obviously. So, in that case, I mean, Brave Bird does kill. We know that there's a chance... I mean, close combat's the move he clicks here, for sure. Psychic Terrain ends next turn, which means at -1 defense, does Slitherwing just answer? Without Psychic Terrain. No, he does not. Dire Claw kills. Okay. What about... Can he kill Nihilego? Yes, he can. Okay. Can he kill Mega Medicham after this? Dude, this fucking sucks. Oh my god. Greninja. Yeah, he kills Greninja, obviously. Dude, this is rough. So let's think about this, right? He has no reason not to just click Dire Claw here. Who are all the Pokemon he clicks close combat into? Literally, okay, so... He kills Skarmory. Then I would send in Iron Treads. He kills Iron Treads, and then I kill it with Slitherwing. Which is really annoying. But that might have to actually be the play, because this really sucks. It sucks bad. Skarmory, if he's adamant, dude, he breaks. Yeah, he breaks with this. I think I have to click Brave Bird, though. As much as this sucks, I genuinely think I have to click Brave Bird. And he knows if he kills or not. How much did he do to me last time? 42.6. So, get rid of these. That could just be an adamant high roll. Can he hit that without being... No, he can't. He has to be adamant. Which there's no reason he wouldn't be. 73 to... Okay, so low roll is what I need. I'd actually need low roll. Which sucks. Or I need him to not be max attack. We're so carried. We're so carried. We're so carried. Woo! Oh my god. Oh. I am the most carried Pokemon player to ever touch this game. Oh, this is Terrain Extender, by the way. Oh my god, they see me and they go, wow, dude, you're so carried. And I go, yes, I am. Thanks for the compliment. 75%. Okay, so he wasn't max like I thought he was, because I thought this was lower. Dude, oh my god. I thought I was gonna have to rely on Slitherwing first impression. I thought I was gonna have to sack like 3 Pokemon. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Skarmory, you dog! He doesn't have anything faster than Mega Medicham now. I think I just do this, yeah. Or actually, no, I do Nihilego. I trust Nihilego more. Because, actually, no. Okay, I don't win yet. Hang on, I'm gonna send in Greninja. Greninja kills this, doesn't it? Using Galar, which we know is physical. Extra sensory boosted by Psychic Terrain. It actually doesn't, but also I see no reason not to just click this. Newt Gas. We have the flinch chance. He could click Pain Split on me, which would suck. But he could have Strange Steam, but it doesn't kill me unless he's specifically spec'd in enough to kill me, which takes away from his HP, which means Extra Sensory does more damage. We'll see. $82. Oh, Toxic Spike? Oh, bro, dude. Get out of here. I am not... Like, brother, we do not care. I'll go... We know this is special, so I'll just go Iron Tread. Actually, how much do I do to a special special Arbala? Not much, because Grassy Terrain is up. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Nihiligo, do you kill Arbala with other moves? Grassy and your special. I mean, realistically, this is probably like a mixed set, but... Steel, Terra... Yeah, no, you do nothing to this. This walls you like nobody's business. I do Slitherwing again. I'll take the stage 1 poison, because Nihiligo might get chipped, and I don't want that, because he has Earth Power. Yeah, he clicks Earth Power there. Oh, special defense drop's bad. I switch into Nihiligo here just to get rid of this and... Yep. Whoop, okay. We do that. I kind of thought he'd go Petrarch there, but that's fine because we just go back. And then I want to click Flare Blitz. Yeah, get out of here, dog. Get out of here. Get out of town. Oh man, dude, I'm still riding that high, bro. I'm still riding that high of that live. Oh my god, that roll. Do I think I lost if I lost that roll? Genuinely, maybe. But not 100%. But did I win because of that roll? Kind of. Like, it was still a competitive game with him in a winning position if Skarmory didn't live that. So, the fact that Skarmory lived that, it kind of won me the game. Yes, that is very true. I didn't even Terra Fire to kill this, by the way. I just did, because I'm like that. I'm so awesome. I didn't even need to Terra Fire this game. Because he didn't... Oh, excuse me. I keep burping and making noises. Here's the Pecharunt. Just in case of something crazy, I don't really want to risk anything. I'll just switch in the Iron Treads here. Shadow Ball. We click Earthquake. Clean it up real smooth. Real simple. We don't want to do anything nasty. Parting Shot into the Indeedee. That's fine. I knock off. I live Mystical Fire here. Right, hang on, let me preserve the differential. Indeedee. Let me Mystical Fire. We found out earlier that I live this. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. I really just, he could be Specs and I'd be fine. We preserve the differential here, go for the knockoff. We know that we outspeed Pecharunt, so if Pecharunt switches in, we knock it off and then Earthquake it. And then Weezing we also just outspeed it and Earthquake it. We know this is Terrain Extender, so we actually know it's not Specs. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a fraud. But dude, this is devastating. Absolutely devastating. Devastating to win like that, but also I'm happy, so... Oh, he doesn't even have Mystical Fire. Oh, we just... dude, what do we... I just clicked this again. Oh, Healing Wish. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I don't have Rapid Spin on this, but if he's just clicking Toxic Spikes, then Nihiliga will just clean up. Overheat! Okay. I mean, I would have lived that. Actually, maybe not, depending on how much this is. Actually, if he put some... If he spec'd into that, I might not have lived that. Do I really want to preserve the differential? Because Nihiligo will live one. Yeah, I'll preserve the differential, it's fine. And then this wins. Nihiligo wins this. Dude, my god. This is honestly probably my luckiest draft game I've ever played. GG, man. Back. Alright, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, God. Okay. We got the 5-0 victory, which, I mean, you can't really complain about. It's very clean. Well, it wasn't clean, but it's... the scoreboard will say it's clean. Thank you so much to RJ, my opponent. We had a good game. I'll see you guys next week with week 2. Peace out, y'all.